Welcome to the Salt Block. This month I'm visiting family in California, and I'll be using my dad's Lusitano gelding to help demonstrate to you the 9-step backup. The 9-step backup's a technique we want to learn. It not only helps our horse connect to our seat and the energy in our seat, but it also helps support them in using their body in a way that's going to be more beneficial, more biomechanically correct, in a way that's going to promote proper muscle development. So Pat often says that the reins should be not for controlling or stopping our horses, but rather to shape and balance them. And of course, in case of emergency. So in this backup, you'll see how the reins can help the horse get a nice shape so that when they back up, instead of backing up hollow, they're backing up nice and engaged. All right, let's get started. So there's 9 steps. Number 1 is to lift the reins straight up in the air and see how my arms extended away. Step 2, I'm going to take my opposite hand and slide down till I feel the mane. Now I can drop, separate to 2 hands, so this is step 3, and notice how my fingers are open. Okay, then 4, 5, 6, 7, and at this point I want him to start to give a little bit, so I can see I needed to shorten my reins there. Now 8 is going to be my seat, and if he still didn't listen, I can do 9, bring my elbows back towards my hips. Okay? Once you and your horse feel like you're getting the basics of this 9-step backup down, then you can start being more particular. So for me, I'm going to be thinking about when I release, because it's the release that teaches. I don't want to release on a brace or if he's hollow in his back. So it might mean that I have to back longer and wait for him to find that proper position with his body. I want to feel softness in my hand, meaning he's soft in his jaw, and also that he's using his back in a way that's more engaged. So that means that I need to engage my back. So when I get to step 8, you're going to see I'm really going to do this with my back. I'm going to engage my core just like I want him to. So this time I might be looking for more like 3 or 4 steps. We'll see if my timing can be a little bit better and help him find that release when he's soft. There. See, he loses it, so I'm just going to hang in until he can hold it a little bit longer. There, good boy. And then big release. Let him know he was right. All right, let's go through those steps again. 1, I'm going to lift straight up in the air. 2, slide my opposite hand down till I feel the mane. 3, I'm going to separate and my fingers are open. 4, close the pointer, middle, ring, and pinky. So now we're through 7. 8 is that stomach, so I'm really going to exaggerate bringing my seat back. Then if I had to, 9 is bring your elbows to your hips. And then release when it's soft. Depending on the kind of horse you have, you may run into one of 2 pitfalls. You could see Santana got a little bit anxious and kind of anticipating when I picked up the reins. That would be for some horses the case. So for that, I'm just going to play a friendly game with the reins and pick up step 3, then release, step 1, 2, 3, and release till they can manage you having a feel on their mouth and just be okay with that. So I might just play a little friendly game, say I'm going to pick up the reins and you're going to feel me in your mouth, but it's no big deal, okay? So just approach and retreat till you can dissipate some of that tension or anticipation about you picking up the reins. Again, the release teaches, right? So I'm not going to release when he's fidgeting. I'm going to wait for him to find relaxation and connect with my seat, because my seat's in neutral. It's not saying anything. There. Okay? Another thing you might run into is if your horse is having no responsiveness at all. So he's being a little overreactive. Some horses might have no response. So what do we do then? Well, we're going to need to bring in an outside aid to support. So let's see if I can get to step 9. Let's say you got to step 9 and your horse still wasn't listening to anything. You were just kind of stuck and you felt like you were pulling on a brick wall. Well, instead of pulling harder, what if you just brought your legs with a little rhythm to say, hey, you need to listen to that porcupine game on your mouth. Okay? So always thinking we don't want to get in a fight. We just want to cause the horse to find the right answer.